CHW Philadelphia. Choice Music. Oh yes, I'm Eugene Dye for the Big W, Germantown, WCHW FM 89 Philadelphia. It's about 3 o'clock on this third day in January. Billy Preston out of space. Yeah, you know, I always thought that the biggest problem with radio is that everybody's trying to copy off one another. Like, take, for instance, WMGK. They've had their format as long as I can remember, as a matter of fact. And some of these stations have tried to copy their format, for instance, WUSL, WSNI, WWSJ, and it failed. Oh, yes, that was Out of Space, Billy Preston, Eugene Dye for the Big W, Germantown, WCHW, FM 89 in Philadelphia. Choice Music, Choice 89, 304. Later on, I'll let you know how you can win yourself a set of Choice coffee mugs and also win a pair of tickets, plus Choice front row seats, compliments of Choice 89. And this here is George Duke, I Want You For Myself. It is. But, you know, as I was saying, is that, you know, there are so many stations that are trying to copy off one another. Okay, let me give you an example. WRCP, they were country for so long, then WFIL decided to take the format. So rather than WRCP hanging in there, they changed their format to oldies. And WFIL, because I guess WRCP's ratings have went down. And, you know, it is a big rat race against radio. I think WRCP should have kept its original format. Yeah, I tell you, she deserves a hand. That was Michelle Sanger, ABC. That was Richard Carpenter with Saturday, and I'm Eugene Dye, Big W, Germantown, WCHW in Philadelphia, Mellow Yellow Donovan. Okay, now, for instance, KYW, they've been a news radio for so long, okay? We've had WCAU AM trying to take over the format, and rather than KYW dropping out the rat race, they just, you know, kept up their news. Of course, they probably lost their ratings because everybody wanted to hear what's happening with WCAU. But when they found out that KYW was number one, they stuck with KYW. See, that is the thing. Don't drop your format. If you have a format, keep it, regardless of who decides they want to copy it. Because eventually, the person who's trying to copy your format, they're going to drop out, and you'll still be number one because everybody remember you as your format. And lay their money down. We hear it from the people of the town. They call us thieves, tramps and thieves. But every night all the men would come around. He was created in the image of man, a creature out of fire and man genius. There is but one Perrier. It's only natural, cold, crackling, deeply thirst-quenching Perrier. The most refreshing drink under the sun, Perrier. It's only natural. I'm telling you, it's only natural right here on the Big W of Germantown, WCHW FM 89 Philadelphia. That was Cher, the old Cher of Sonny and Cher. Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. Donovan with Mellow Yellow. And then Michael Henderson stepped in there with Take Me, I'm Yours. And I started to start off with Richard Carpenter, Saturday, 328, Eugene Dye for Choice Music. Love us. Give us a call, 843-4659. Remember, your choice is our choice. You know, the Big W's weather watch for this third day in January of 1982 will be rain for the remainder of the day with the highs at 36 degrees. Tonight, it will be some considerable cloudiness with the lows in the low to mid-20s, with the winds at 15 and 20 miles an hour. Now, the Jersey Shore, it's 34, and here in Germantown, the Big W's temperature is about 36 degrees. I'm Eugene Dye, and I'll be with you till 6. From 6 to 12 will be Jerry Blavitt's Oldies Show. You know, I'm still waiting for that telegram. I'm still waiting for the telegram from the Western Union man. The telegram, something to tell me about where my check is at. Oh, yes, 328 for the Big W, Germantown. I love this one. The Five Americans. Okay, here at Choice 89, incidentally, this was taken at our old studio back in 1982. This was at 39 East Montana, but here at Choice 89, we try to play songs, a little something for everyone between the ages of 3 and 103, as a matter of fact. I mean, we don't stick to one type of music.
I mean, we play a little bit of everything. We might play some of the top hits. We might go way back into the 30s. We might play something current. We might play some black oldies, some solid gold oldies. You never know what we might play, but we can guarantee you one thing here at Choice 89. We will play, you know, within the course of an hour, at least one of our 4 record sets you will recognize.
Western Union.
Okay, this is taken at our new studio at 5967 East Worcester Street in East Germantown. And, you know, like I said, you know, we like to be in the interest of the public eye. We play a little music for everyone. And that's, you know, that's Choice 89's goal. We're not trying to follow anybody's footsteps. We're just trying to follow our own footsteps. And we can't help it if somebody else follows our footsteps. Yes, is that true? By Chicago. Not Chicago. This is Santana. Right here at Music FM 89, WCHW in Philadelphia. My name is Eugene Dye, and I'll be with you until about 10 o'clock. And at 10 o'clock, we'll have Casey Kasem's National Music Survey. And also this hour, I'll let you know how you can win yourself a $1,000 bill. Compliments of the biggest city of Germantown. They call it WCHW in Philadelphia. Coming at this hour, we'll have P.O. Bryson, Helen, St. John, Air Supply, James Ingram, and Patty Austin. We'll have the Eagles, the Wings. Okay, now that gives you an example. That's just to, you know, name a few songs that we do have. WCHW in Philadelphia. And also, you can feel free to give us a call at 843-4659, area code 215. That is our number for a record request or record giveaway. And you know, Choice 89's weather forecast for Monday, August 29th, 1983, will be a chance of thunder showers this evening, and later on, that will be later on. But I think it's kind of raining out right now. But later on tonight, it'll be fair with patchy fog till morning, and the lows tonight will be around the mid to upper 60s. Now, the winds will be north at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow will be partly sunny, and the highs will be in the mid to upper 80s. The winds will be northwest 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow night, which is Tuesday, it'll be partly cloudy with the highs near 70. At the airport, the temperature is 83 degrees. And I'm Eugene Dye. I'll be with you until about 10 o'clock. At 10 to 12, we'll have Casey Kasem's National Music Survey.
Chose it because you love it. And that's Choice Music 89, WCHW, Philadelphia.
Oh, yes. Love it. Getting me hot. This is Mercy Love will make you happy. You know, I personally think that the closest radio station that has WMGK's old format is the new Kiss 100 WKSZ in Media, Pennsylvania. Now they have WMGK's old format, and I do listen to WKSZ. I think that's the best radio station, you know, for my preference, the one I like. I'm not too much into WDAS like I used to be. Matter of fact, I was never into WDAS. It's WUSL. I used to like WUSL, but the minute they went country, I dropped them. And now they got that Power 99. You can forget it, because that is definitely not my music format. You know, I like to work in a station, which I'm working in right now, so I can play, you know, all types of songs. You know, not stick to one format. That's really what I feel especially, you know, really comfortable in. I wouldn't mind doing an all-talk program either. I listen to WDB every now and then. I wouldn't mind doing an all-talk program. As a matter of fact, we're thinking about here at Choice 89, we're thinking about going talk at least all day Sunday.
Get my figure down. I can be what I want
Watch from Leon's Jewelers. And right now, you'll find a full 30% off Leon's selection from Seiko, Concord, Pulsar, and even the new Seiko LaSalle.
Chose it because you love it. And that's Choice Music 89, WCHW, Philadelphia.
Yes, I'm Eugene Dye, FM 89, WCHW Philadelphia. You can feel free to give me a call at 843-4659, area code 215. You can start counting the music right now at about 8:15, 8:30, and you can give me a call. If you get the correct call, you will win yourself a $1,000 bill. Now let's give a listen to Air Supply. And also the old trick of you know, giving away prizes. That's actually to grab our listenership. You know, it might be excuse me. It might be a cheating way of grabbing our listenerships, but you know, a lot of other stations are doing it, and it works. It really works.
I know just when to face the truth, and then I know just when to dream, and I know just when.
Oh, yes, the good thing about radio is that, you know, we do have the capability of changing our formats, you know, overnight, you know, incidentally. But here at Choice 89, we want to keep the format we got. We have no intentions of changing our format at all. That's the reason why I like to stay with WCHW FM 89 in Philadelphia.
WCHW in Philadelphia. We're owned and operated by Vado Communications.
You see, at Choice 89, I feel really, really, really relaxed.
At about 8:20 on a Monday evening, it's raining outside. We're expecting some thunder showers. My name is Eugene Dye. When ABC News come in, that's when you can stop counting the music and you might win yourself a $1,000 bill. Compliments of the biggest W of Germantown. We have here James Ingram and Patty Austin with How Do You Keep the Music Playing? And that rumble you hear in the background, that's our fan. Our air conditioner broke. Let's give a listen to James Ingram.
Let me tell you something else too, and that's Choice 89. Our equipment is rather on the outdated side. I mean, we play very, very few songs on cart tape. Most of our songs we play, you know, are 45s or albums. So we do have outdated equipment, but we are pushing about 50,000 powerful watts. We, you know, have transmitters located in Roxborough, Pennsylvania. Studios at 5967 East Worcester Street in Germantown.
Do you lose yourself to someone and never lose your way?
Things with a little luck. My name is Eugene Dye for WCHW in Philadelphia. Give us that call, 843-4659. The radio code is 215. Stacey Letisall's newest hit. We call this Miracles.
You are my best idea. The moment I became inspired.
And of course, here at WCHW, we give away records and prizes. You know, you can you can call the station during a certain time. We sometimes give away coffee mugs. We do a whole lot of things here at WCHW. So, you know, it's not too much of a big rat race with us. Like I said, we're not trying to butt it on anybody else's format. We like, you know, this is our format. You know, this is what we do. And we can't help it if somebody else is going to try to copy our format. But if ever that happens, we will keep our format up, regardless if our ratings go down.
I feel this wave of ecstasy. Baby, we can make miracles together. I've been right there to see the first time I saw you, I knew I found a miracle in you. I found a miracle in you. I found a miracle.
We can help you with the things you want, the things you do, the places that you're going to. We can help you make it. We can help you.
So the idea is you got to be really, really determined to do it. You got to really push your format, you know, regardless of your brother's station, your sister's stations, you know, try to cut you off and try to get another format. You just keep it up because eventually they're going to drop out and your rating's going to, you know, rise right up. You know, we have good examples. We have WMGK, for instance, and we also have KYW. And a good example of how, you know, you lose your ratings, I mean, how you drop out because somebody had took over your format. Look at WRCP. During the weekend, it's now WSNI, AM and FM, you know. So I don't know what WRCP is going to do with themselves. And WIP is thinking about going on talk. WWDB is thinking about starting to play music. They do play Frank Sinatra Friday nights and Sunday morning, but they're thinking about going towards like a music format. Why, I don't know. I think they should just keep their format, you know, the format they have, because you know, that's what's going to make it. I'm sorry, that's what's going to make it. People are not interested in formats that change up every once a year. Like WWSH, it was all right. It was all right, but you know, everybody's used to WMGK. Now we got some copycat coming in, And like, you know, it sounded all right, but they still went back to WMGK. That's what they that's what the folks grew up with, WMGK. Like, I listen to WWSH every now and then, but I kind of turned to WMGK. And now I'm listening to Kiss 100. I listen to Kiss 100 and WWDB, and of course WCHW FM 89 in Philadelphia. Thank you very, very much. My name is Eugene Dye, 853. We had their Stacey Lattisaw newest hit with Miracles, and the Wings stepped in there, Paul McCartney and Wings, with Just a Little Luck. The Eagles started off with New Kid in Town. My name is Eugene Dye. At about 8:53, our contact number is 843-4659, area code 215. Choice 89's weather forecast for Monday, August 29th, 1983, will be a chance of thunder showers this evening, but later on tonight it'll be fair with patchy fog till morning. The low tonight will be in the mid to upper 60s. The winds will be around north at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow will be partly sunny with the highs in the mid to upper 80s. The winds will be northwest 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow night it'll be partly cloudy, which will be Tuesday with the highs near 70. At the airport it's 83 degrees, and I'll be with you until about 10 o'clock. And from 10 to 12 we'll have Casey Kasem's National Music Survey right here on the biggest W of Germantown. They call it WCHW in Philadelphia. I almost missed my cue.
And now...
Well, you know, that's what it all boils down to. You got a format. Please, you know, all you got to do is just stick with it. I don't care who comes in and tries to overdo your format. The best thing you could do is, you know, just hang in there. The best thing is just hang right on in there.
My case, of which I'm certain.
You're not in the talk business or the news business or the music business. You're in the audience gathering business.
It's such a, well, here I go knocking my business. It's such a competitive, prostituted business. It really is.
We're Kiss 100, the new FM station. And every day people send us letters telling us how much they love us.
Our research shows that when people go to FM, they don't come back to AM.
So what we're going to do is change our call letters to WIP FM.
Power 99 FM.
If it's not a hit song, we don't play it. And if it is a hit, we play the hell out of it.
It's more mechanical. It's not as loose. It's not as free as it was in the past.
It affords so much less margin for being a performer, an entertainer. And it makes it very difficult for those of us that come from the old fly-by-the-seat-of-the-pants school.
I hate to say it, but I don't think radio is very entertaining anymore.
People are squabbling over tenths of points in the ratings books. It's radio for blood.
Actually, it's radio for bucks. All of them vying for share of your ear. The bigger the share, the bigger the bucks. So if it's not working, you change it in a hurry. Well, you're about to see that happen live right now. A year ago, Wish Radio programmed beautiful music. As of this very moment, it is programming soft hits adult contemporary. But that, too, is about to change, and you are going to see it. To make that change, WWSH brought in a guy by the name of Bobby Rich from Los Angeles. Bobby, the question is, why are you still making another programming change, and what can we expect to hear next?
Why are we making still another programming change? Well, okay, first of all, Dave, we made the last change about a year ago. And at that time, we had been playing what we call beautiful music or background music or elevator music or doctor's office music. And there was another good station in town who was playing that same kind of music, so we decided to try an adult contemporary approach. Well, there also happened to be 5 other stations in town doing an adult contemporary approach, and they were all doing a good job, too. So we decided to try something else, and we did some research. We asked people what kind of radio they wanted and what was missing in the Philadelphia market, and everybody said something in between the softer adult contemporary stations and the harder rock stations and the urban contemporary stations. And that's what we're about to try. That's what, I don't know what you want to call the format. Some people want to call it Top 40, which is basically the most popular songs that are out today, mixed with future hits and past hits. And that's it. And we're ready to do it. Are you ready for us?
I sure am, so I understand now you're going to change for us live on the air, Bobby.
Well, we're just about to do it right this very second. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go on the air live right now. Hold on, we're going on the air live right now, you guys, because we're already on TV, and now we're going to go on the radio. Can you give me air? Give me air. Turn me on the radio. We're going to be on the radio and on television at the same time. People are listening at home on their radios. watching us on television, and we are just about to drop a bomb on Philadelphia. Dave, you got to understand, all you people listening at home, we've been having a little party the last couple hours, kind of gearing up for this. We got David Langford, our morning man, just came over from Magic Radio. We're really glad to have him. He's standing right back there. There he is now, David. You want to say wish for the last time? Wish? The wish is dead. The wish is dead. We're going to sing that in a minute. Ding dong, the wicked wish is dead. As of tonight, we are the Top FM. That's the new name of this radio station, the Top FM. 106. And it is at 106 on the dial. And as of right now, Melissa's going to push this button.
I'm so...
And here it goes.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
We're dropping the bomb on you. This is the Gap Band, and this is the new Top FM 106.
You got it. Can I have some of that champagne, please?
Bobby, are you able to hear me right now? Bobby, can you still hear me?
Just barely.
All right, I see where you have David Langford there. He just left MGK, Magic. And so can I assume that he's going to be one of your new personalities?
David Langford is definitely one of our personalities, and we're real glad to have him. You know, he was over at Magic Radio for about 3.5 years and is one of the most recognizable and known personalities in the market. So we're thrilled to have him. We also have Harriet Coffey, Melissa, who you just met. And, well, they're all over the place here, Dave. It's kind of hard. All pandemonium is breaking loose down here at 106.
Bobby, thank you very much, and the best of luck to you and the rest of the staff.
We're going to be partying down here for a while.
Okay, thanks,
Dave.
You know, the fact is there's been a lot of changes in Philadelphia radio recently, so many, as a matter of fact, it's hard to keep up with them all. One major change happened this morning, and you're going to see the result in just a couple of minutes from now. Another change recently took place at WIFI. The station was taken over by Beasley Broadcasting just 1 week ago. And since this next piece was put together, it also lost its program director as well.
I-92, Philadelphia's rock of the 80s, WIFI.
As first reported on Eyewitness News in July, Wi-Fi is undergoing a major overhaul of its music. On February 20's Basement, it is ranked number 22.
That we have to address ourselves to urban music, to hit music, to known, successful songs and artists, while at the same time being the new music station, the station in Philadelphia that's made a commitment to exposing new music, or modern rock, or rock of the 80s.
Teenagers used to flock to Wi-Fi when it was programming Top 40, but it had the rug pulled out from under it in September of '81. That's when another radio station hit the air with this.
Morning sunshine today, hot, hot. Ooh, just like the radio station. High about 90, fair tonight, low about 70, humidity 64%. Temperature is 78. Hot hits, WCAU-FM. Wersky, good morning. Kicking off a free ride, 30 minutes of non-stop music with Flashdance, which is probably what you'll be able to see down at Locust Street about 2 in the morning on a Friday night. A lot of trench coats, a lot of strange-looking perverted men. We play the hits. We play the music that people want to hear, and we also give them a little personality, too. We give them the contests. We give them everything, and we cut through a lot of the baloney. We get to good music, and the disc jockeys are doing the best job they can possibly do, and I think we're pretty entertaining, and the contests are the best in town. We sound good. We definitely what people want to hear in this town, and the ratings have shown it.
We're at number 6 right now, 12 plus, and we feel good about it. In the future, we can't control what the competition does. All we can control is what CAU-FM does, and we're not going to change anything. We're going to continue basically to play the hits like we've always done and hopefully be successful.
Come on, Bob and I, we're Workers' School. It's the varsity show right here, Nottingham Town. He took an IQ test, misspelled IQ. Here's Frida. I know there's something going on.
CAU-FM is very successful, but nowhere's the race for ratings more intense than in the rivalries going on among Philadelphia's rock and rollers.
Steve Ski and the Thomas Dolby Band, WMMR.
We're in the middle of 10 in a row. This is WISP Philadelphia, all rock and roll.
Among the city's rockers, the ratings seem to change as quickly as the records. But one station has emerged a clear winner.
You got a 30-minute commercial-free superset to set up. One of which, of course, you get every music hour, every single day. So why don't you let me know what your favorite song is? Get on the power line right now, because you got the power to hear what you want to hear, when you want to hear it, at Power 99 FM.
Less than a year ago, if you turned your FM dial to 99, you would hear country music. Today, it is Philadelphia's #1 rock station, and it was a slick piece of programming that did the trick. It went right after another station's audience.
You're on the one, DAS-FM, and we've got the juice. This is Angela Bofield.
It was just 1 year ago, last summer, DAS-FM was king of the Rock Mountains. Today, it is involved in a bitter struggle to regain its lost audience. The stakes are high, and this fight is for real.
On DAS-FM, those guys talk over half the record. And that's what the people turned the radio on, was to hear the music. So why are they talking over it? Sometimes they have to think of things to say, so they push the music up for a while, pull it back down, talk some more. Boring.
DAS counters by charging USL with trying to buy an audience with contests and giveaways.
Well, I never liked contests. I never liked money giveaways and things of that nature. I just think it's a false leader for listeners, and I think the listener that you obtain by running contests or giving away money is a listener that is very fickle and will disappear the minute you stop giving away money.
That was taped in May. Today, both stations are giving away cars. DAS is giving away a new Corvette. Butterball says he was forced into a situation.
As I said, I don't believe in it. I know that it doesn't get you listeners, but it's a situation where if someone is doing something and you're not doing something, and that certain percentage of listeners is going to tune in for that, you may as well do something too.
Rock stations traditionally do better in the summer when the kids are home from school. And there's a lot of excitement going on because they're being rated right now. And in the past 10 years, the FM band has turned into gold, but not all of the success stories are on FM. When we come back in just a moment, we'll switch over to the AM dial and go inside a station that has surprised more than just a few of us. Radio. Red hot and right now. Commercial radio stations on the air, so to survive, stations are specializing. Broadcasting, you see, has evolved into narrowcasting. Well, one radio station picked up on something that surprised, even shocked a lot of radio insiders, including Philadelphia's premier record promoter, Matty Humdinger Singer.
I told the manager, Larry Weck said, this is putrid, it'll never happen. Get it the hell off. And it's happening big. The guys are just great.
Beatrice, do it. Name that song. Oh, you're an old John Philip Sousa fan, aren't you? That is incorrect. You're still going to do me a favor, aren't you? Tell a friend about WPEN. Promise. Because I don't want your nose to grow, sweetheart. It's 43. We're going to a rainy high of 50 before this day is over.
Big bands and big names. You can translate that to big ratings and big bucks. The cynics no longer laugh. The listeners no longer switch. WPEN has found its niche in the marketplace, something no one else was doing. Not many thought it was worthwhile. PEN, though, had nothing to lose, so it gambled and hit the jackpot. It is the #4 station in Philadelphia. Household names also keep its listeners company between records. In the morning, it's Joe Niagara. In the afternoon, it's Radian Hurst.
You know, in the old days in radio, you had to be an entertainer. You had to be able to, you're invited into somebody's living room or somebody's kitchen or somebody's bedroom. It's the same as television. Those folks like to feel that you're a part of the family. Well, the thing that drove us off radio originally was format radio, where the personality took a secondary position. It was the type of music that was played, and you were just the conduit. Or you just gave the weather report and the time, and that was it. But it wasn't the fact that the radio personality entertained anymore. He was just subjugated in the format, and you'll hear that on a dozen radio stations today.
I think you need a formula. But to live by a formula without personality, that's bad. You have to have both. You need the personality, and you need some semblance of formula. We have a formula, Eddie and I. We've been doing it for 40 years.
Whether it's a preference for its personalities or you're just a fan of the bands, WPEN has shown that music on the AM dial can survive and succeed. Some other AM stations, though, are trying to turn their situations around.
WIP has to do something. They have good DJs, and they have the best morning man in town, or the best rated morning man in town. It's certainly one of the most competent.
26 minutes before 10 anyway, and anniversary cash call is just ahead for 7161.
In spite of sagging ratings at Philadelphia's cash call station, when the sun comes up, one star continues to shine brightly. Ken Garland, still rated #1.
In the WIP newsroom, this is Gordon Thomas. We have this word just in from Congressman Peter Kosmeyer's office. Three-judge common...
WIP's award-winning news department, even though down to just one street reporter, is still one of the most respected news-gathering organizations in the city.
Here at WIP, I'm Tom Moran. It's about 7:15 on just a fantastic Friday night here in the Big Scrapple.
Tom Moran continues to be a driving force after 16 years at IP. But despite its award-winning news department, its high-profile, legitimate personalities, there are problems. For the first time in its 61 years, WIP has fallen out of the top 10. And there's a lot of talk about IP going talk in the future.
I don't think there's anybody in this business at our level of communication that doesn't think he could do it. We're probably all wrong. That it's much more demanding, and it's probably arrogant of us to think that we could do it, but there's your ego, which gets somewhat deflated by pushing a lot of buttons and playing a lot of music with a minimum of talk, which is what the format requires today. Your ego rises to the idea of a challenge like that. God, just let me talk. I'll talk about anything. I know everything about everything. Ask me, you know. We're kind of floating something out at night now, our first talk show, regularly scheduled talk show, to see how that goes.
Time for WI People Talk with Michelle Yaya.
For WIP, a major change in format. The station is testing talk's temperature in Philadelphia. But if there is a change coming for 610 radio, a lot could be hinging on this next station.
365-4100, we're going to talk about pediatrics on WWDB.
WWDB. It's up for sale. Should it ever be sold, the new owners could opt to drop talk. Should that happen, WIP, it has the personnel, could switch from music to Ma Bell.
There are lines available right now to talk with Mary Mason.
WHAT is also in the process of changing hands. Mary Mason wanted it, came very close to getting it, but appears to have lost it to an out-of-towner.
Clouds mostly around the Delaware Valley area. It looks like it's going to be cloudy with some variable sunshine later on today. Thanks, Steve.
WCAU AM time, 8:22.
However, the change to news in the morning appears to have been the right move for WCAU AM. The climb is steep and slow, but the direction is definitely upward.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bill Branson. This is Reporters Roundup for a rainy Friday, April 8th.
KYW, though, is still the station to beat. And even though it slipped a little bit in the last rating book, its numbers would still make any other station in town #1.
Nevertheless, Philadelphia's most listened to radio station, but 10 years ago, has fallen on some very hard times. We're expecting a major announcement from that station in just a moment, and we'll take you there live next on radio. It's red hot and right now. Is programming country? The question is, will it stay country? Well, up until this morning, the station was all set to come on the air live to make a very important announcement. It's still coming on the air, but we're not quite sure an announcement will be made. If not, we'll tell you what we know. And joining us now is Jerry Del Cagliano, publisher of Inside Radio, a national trade publication. Welcome, Jerry.
Nice to be here, Dave.
We're going to be taking advantage of your expertise in just a moment here. Right now, though, let's go live to WFIL Radio and talk to Bruce Holberg, who's the general manager there. And, Bruce, what exactly is happening at WFIL?
Well, we had a major change today, at least something that we would regard as major. We changed program directors at WFIL. Bill Neal, who is a veteran air personality in the market, who has been our program director since last winter, now will go on the air again at WFIL, and he'll be replaced by Jay Myers, who comes to us from out of town. I think it's going to be good for Bill, who during your series last time around indicated that he really missed air work, and I know it's going to prove to be good for us at WFIL.
Okay, Bruce, when Bill does go on the air, what will he be playing?
We are looking into a lot of alternatives right now. You know, there's been a good deal of speculation about the future of WFIL, as you would expect there to be at a station that's been just about static over the past year and a half or so.
Bruce, how about bringing back the past, the glory days of FIL?
Well, as you mentioned, it was the #1 station in the market for a while. It was nationally known. It was on the lips of all Philadelphians, and through our research, we know that a lot of those Philadelphia residents are right here in the area.
Okay, Bruce, now let's get right down to the nitty-gritty. Are, indeed, you going oldies?
Well, certainly it's something that we're looking at. It's an alternative that we'd be foolish to overlook because of the fact that the station was so well known for a period of time from, say, the mid-60s into the mid-70s.
Bruce, there's a station out in Los Angeles that went oldies, kind of had the same heritage that FIL had. What would you do different if you do oldies as a format?
Well, I haven't heard the station live. I've certainly heard it on tape. And one of the big mistakes that they've made is they've ignored the fact that radio is a strong personality medium.
Okay, Bruce, we're going to go on the air right now and say that WFIL in the very near future is going oldies. Would you hate us for that? Bruce, okay. Thank you very much, Bruce.
Thank you.
Sincerely for being with us. Jerry Dalcaliano, a lot of changes in Philadelphia. I guess that's a safe assumption that FIL is going to go oldies.
Absolutely, and they'll probably do it with personality. They'll go back and try to get some of the personalities from the glory years of the radio station. Make a lot of sense.
What do you think about some of these changes going on? Let me run a couple of stations by you, okay? Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi has a signal problem. They really can't do too much. They're embracing a format that's kind of an ethnic black format, but their signal doesn't penetrate the city. So they're going to have to find a lot of appeal elsewhere.
WIP.
WIP will have to do something else. Its day is over as a middle-of-the-road station. It'll have to do talk.
Okay, one more station. Wish. How do you think they'll do?
They got a lot of competition. If they do it better and they hang in long enough, they could find their niche.
Jerry, thanks for joining us. And in just a moment, we'll see where your station ranks in the ratings. But first, for those of you who grew up in this area, here's a couple of moments with an old friend of yours.
All my beats, beards, Buddhist cats, big-time spenders, money lenders, teetotalers, elbow benders, hardcallers, home run hitters, finger-popping daddies, and cool babysitters, high ski going uptown, downtown, crosstown, here, there, everywhere for my hubcap stealers, my midnight auto wheelers. It's Mama's Honeydew. My good friends call me Ticka Ticka Tambo, No Sarambo, Atabata Bishki, Ipro Pambo, National Pom Pom. If you positively think your hearts can take it, let it roll like a big train coming down the hill. Some songs make you laugh and some make you cry, and some bring back the greatest memories of all times. If you're ready, we're going uptown, downtown, crosstown.
I'm going out of west where I belong.
Hi, Professor Arnold.
Hi.
That's station ranks in the audience popularity poll. This is from the spring Arbitron rating period.
WSNI, it's running a tie. It's in the 14th slot, but you can't say it's red hot. KISS 100 is squeezing out its share, and for a new station, that's pretty fair. WIP has to be crushed. From the top 10, it's just been